In the small and quiet town of Hillcrest, the favorite pastime for many residents was keeping an eye on their neighbors' lives. It was a place where nothing went unnoticed, and even the smallest secret could become the talk of the town. Pedro, a young tech enthusiast, was one of the few people who didn't care about the local gossip. His passion was his drone, which he used to explore the natural beauty of the mountains surrounding the region. But that Sunday afternoon, as the sky remained a crisp blue and the drone buzzed softly above, Pedro captured something far beyond stunning landscapes. The day seemed ordinary. Pedro adjusted the drone's settings while piloting it with precision. He loved discovering new angles and capturing aerial shots that showcased the hidden charm of Hillcrest. However, as he flew over a secluded area behind a hill, something unusual appeared on the remote control screen. A couple. At first, he thought they were just tourists or locals enjoying the scenery, but he soon noticed something more in their behavior. The couple was close, exchanging passionate kisses. The woman, clear in her affectionate gestures, seemed completely lost in the moment. The man held her tightly, as if this was a meeting they had been longing for. They were so absorbed in each other that they didn't notice the drone hovering above. Pedro hesitated. It wasn't in his nature to invade people's privacy, but something about the scene intrigued him. There was an urgency in their actions, as if this encounter was forbidden. Back at home, Pedro downloaded the footage to edit it. That's when he noticed something that made him uncomfortable. He recognized the people. The woman was Clara, the wife of Enrique, one of the wealthiest and most influential men in town, owner of multiple farms and local businesses. The man was Miguel, a young teacher who had recently moved to the town and quickly won the residents' favor with his charm. Pedro couldn't believe what he was seeing. A secret affair? He was holding on to something that could explode like a bomb. You want to know where this story is going, don't you? Then before we continue, if you want to help our channel keep bringing amazing stories, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed it, turn on notifications to find out when new videos are posted. In the days that followed, Pedro wrestled with his conscience. He knew the footage could completely change Clara and Miguel's lives, but he also knew the town would love to feed on such a scandal. His dilemma deepened when Ana, his friend and the most notorious gossip in the area, showed up at his house. Pedro, I heard you captured something incredible with your drone. What was it? Pedro tried to brush it off, but Ana wouldn't give up. If it's big, you should share it. People have the right to know. Reluctantly, Pedro showed Ana the video but made it clear he didn't want anyone else to know about it. Ana, this is none of our business. I only filmed it by accident. This has to stay between us. But, as Pedro should have expected, the secret didn't last long. Within hours, a snippet of the video began circulating in group chats. At first, people commented on the romantic nature of the scene, but soon the tone of the conversation shifted. Is that Clara? And isn't that the teacher, Miguel? The news spread like wildfire. In a small town like Hillcrest, it didn't take long for everyone to know about the affair. Clara and Miguel were exposed in a brutal manner. Enrique, the betrayed husband, found out about the story through an employee. His reaction was explosive. He confronted Clara that same night. How could you do this to me? To our family? Don't you know who I am in this town? Clara, cornered, tried to justify her actions. Enrique, I wasn't happy. You were never there for me. Our marriage became a prison. But Enrique wasn't willing to listen. That's no excuse to humiliate me like this. I'm going to destroy you and that teacher. Meanwhile, Miguel faced his own fallout. The school administration called him in for an emergency meeting, and he was met with inquisitive looks from students and colleagues. The pressure was unbearable. Clara and Miguel decided to meet again, this time in secret, to try and figure out what to do. In the darkness of a secluded cabin, Clara spoke with a shaky voice. Miguel, I don't know if we can keep this up. My life is in shambles. Miguel held her hands. Clara, I love you. No matter what happens, I'm here with you. As the two faced the town's judgment, Pedro drowned in guilt. He didn't know how the video had leaked but suspected Ana. Determined to make things right, Pedro sought out Clara to apologize. I never meant for this to happen. I was just filming landscapes. I'm so sorry. Clara, though hurt, understood Pedro hadn't intended to harm them. What's done is done. Now we have to deal with the consequences. Clara and Miguel decided they couldn't live in hiding anymore. She began divorce proceedings, facing constant threats from Enrique, who promised to expose even more of her secrets. Miguel, on the other hand, had to deal with anonymous messages and the loss of some of his standing at the school. Pedro, determined to help, started investigating Enrique's activities. During his searches, he found evidence that the businessman wasn't as upright as he seemed. With Clara and Miguel's support, Pedro used his drone to capture footage linking Enrique to corruption schemes and illegal labor practices on his properties. The scandal, which initially seemed to be only about an affair, now revealed deeper layers of power, betrayal, and injustice. Months later, Clara and Miguel were still facing challenges but were together, fighting to rebuild their lives. Enrique, meanwhile, faced legal investigations, and the town had already shifted its focus to new local dramas. Pedro, though regretful about the start of the scandal, felt relieved for having helped expose the truth. What started as a casual drone recording became a story of courage, love, and the pursuit of justice in a town where everyone had something to hide. Want to know more about this story and many others we still have to share? Then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Every day, a new story comes straight from our mysterious archive, filled with tales and accounts we've gathered from various sources. Cases with stories that will give you chills. Also, don't forget to share this video with that friend of yours who loves a good mystery.